What's up, sim racers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're testing out the brand new BMW M2 G87 that just got upgraded from the F87 model. And I'm a little bit pissed off because this is an M2 that's supposed to have a big 3-liter inline-6 twin-turbo engine, and this thing has a fucking 4-cylinder. What are we doing? But we're going to be testing it out today and seeing how it drives compared to the last one. The last one felt very floaty and unpredictable with the handling, but it was also challenging, and I quite enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. But I enjoy the more challenging cars on the sim that are quite unpredictable to drive. Besides the next gen, fuck that thing. But so far, this is a lot more glued to the track than the previous model, and a lot slower. But I mean, in terms of it being a rookie car, I do agree that the last one was a little bit too unpredictable in the handling, and a little too hard to drive for a rookie, probably. But then again, if you're able to adapt and learn how to drive something that is unpredictable to drive and that is harder to drive, it makes you a better driver in the future, I feel like. So this, to me, right now, is driving like the GR86, which is not, I'm just not a fan of that car. You're not able to slide it around really at all. It is. It feels a little bit more fun to drive than the GR86 so far, though. The GR86 feels like it has a lot of body roll to it, and I'm just not really a fan of that. And it's so easy to get into traction control. But we're gonna do an official race here. Oran Park, they're only 10-minute races, so not sure what's gonna happen. And my iRating's probably way too high at the moment, so we're gonna get into top split, I imagine. But yeah, honestly, I'm not hating this car at all so far. I do like the old one, just because there's nothing that really drove like it on the sim, but you can really throw this thing around, which is quite fun. And it looks like I'm getting into ABS just a bit too much, so. I just want to hear that in inline 6 mainly. That's honestly my only gripe with this thing so far, is that it has a 4-cylinder and they're calling it an M2. But, I mean, evidently this car in real life would also have a 4-cylinder in the racing variant. I just can't really make sense of that. But I believe this car is probably a little bit heavier than the last gen. Less power. I think on the website it said this thing had a little bit over 300. Which is still a good number. I mean, you can have plenty of fun in a 300 horsepower car. We also have some new additions here with the fuel calculator and the track map, which is awesome. Don't have to use race labs at all anymore, which is great, because I was not a huge fan of race labs personally. But yeah, definitely a more understeery vehicle so far, with the baseline setup, or rookie setup as they call it. And iRacing is gearing toward that more and more, with how much the fixed setups they're so tight and they're so stable, and I'm just not a huge fan of that. I know it's easier, but what the fuck is this loading screen, by the way? Is this the new San Diego road course? Um, so we found a bug there. Interesting. That should be Oran Park. Yeah, we'll get into the lobby, see what car number we are, see if we have any pace. So there's 12 of us in here. We're the 5 car. Go out to get some practice. You can't adjust a thing in this car, so you got what you got for the fixed races. I'm not sure what the D means next to our names now in the relative. That is also new. Must mean you're on the track. And also cold tires don't feel much different from when they're warm in this thing. You can pretty much full push on the cold tires, it feels like. But no, I do feel like so far this is a better starter car than the old version. But I don't know, long term I just feel the old one was more fun to drive and listen to that roaring inline 6 engine. And I heard there were talks of, because obviously this will be the new PCC BMW as well, that I heard talks that this is possibly going to be even slower than the GR86 or on pace with it. And after driving it for about 5-6 minutes, I kind of agree. It doesn't feel much quicker, if at all, than the GR86, so that'll make managing PCC a lot harder, especially since this is the class I tend to run when I do run PCC. So that'll definitely be interesting if we're stacking up with the GR86s and having to battle with them. We'll see where we can qualify, see if we can get a decent run in our first race in this thing. Again, I might try to run the full season in this. Just because it is a new car. We have the Euro NASCAR as well that I'm going to need to purchase. And eventually the new San Diego street course, because I do not own a street course yet, and I would definitely like to run them. I'm a huge street course fan, so.
Green flag, green flag.
But no, this is a car that anybody could hop in and rip some laps in, so very, very beginner friendly. If they know their braking zones. Wow. Okay then. I felt like I braked at the same point as I did in practice, but apparently not. Definitely got to be careful of that lockup. And I'm not even sure where to shift it in the RPM range. But that's going to destroy our first lap, but that's alright. Good news is once you like if you're a rookie just coming into the sim and all that, you do learn how to run this, and then you're like, oh, I want to go to D class now and run the GR86 Cup. It's gonna basically be damn near the same thing. Like, I feel like you'll adapt rather quickly. But I'm botching this lap as well. I'm just really struggling to get this thing rotated and off the nose. It's just so tight. Definitely not a good lap. We're going to be starting deep in the field if I had to guess.
There's a flag. It's over.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Okay, so we're gridded up here. P8,
Waiting on the final count of three.
2800 strength to field for 10 minutes. So going to be a quick sprint. Everyone's gridded or ready to race. I think we'll start neutral in this one. There's no clutch.
Green flag. Green flag.
Just pinning it off the line feels like it's the fastest, and they're already killing each other up front.
Car on your right.
Not surprised.
Keep to the left.
Half these guys are probably gonna wreck, honestly. Ooh, we are
Right side.
like 3 wide. Holy.
Keep to the left.
Eventful start to this one.
Stay on the left.
With how this car handles, it's definitely gonna result in some closer racing. We are beating and banging here.
Clear the right.
I think we at least gained 1 position. Can have a dive here.
Car on your right.
We scared him out of that.
Clear.
Little intimidation factor right there. Up a few spots on lap 1. Again, hopefully we can get to our car number. We got to get 1 more spot. Gonna go defensive. Try to push this thing a little bit more now that we have reference break points with these guys. Seems like their entries are really wide. But yeah, you can just absolutely throw this thing around. Definitely will teach you how to be aggressive for sure. Gonna go defensive. He can still go to our inside if he wants. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let him in.
Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
Oh boy. Very late on the brakes there. This one car's holding us up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just able to slam the gas down in this thing, not loose at all. I mean, this just drives completely differently to the last M2 that we had. I think we can get around this one car, though. We'll have to try to set something up. 15-1.
15.047.
Got a little bit of slide out of it there. Guy in front's just not pushing it quite hard enough. Trying to drive it like the old car. Hopefully we can just stay close, get a move done on him.
To go.
He's picked up the pace a little bit. But we'll just follow along. 14-7. Getting faster. I'm really trying to push this thing to its limits right now. And as long as you aren't understeering a ton, then you can really frickin' push this car. Wow. I think the 8's a little bit faster than us. But I think we are the 6th fastest car right now, so. I'm following this one car, making a mistake there. Super deep into that braking zone. Bouncing around. Very stiff car. Felt like we had a good lap there, besides the first turn. It's a 15-0 though. See if this guy overdrives again. I didn't mean to hit him. Seems like this car can take a bit of a shot though. 8 car was sideways behind us. I haven't felt super sideways yet. It kicked out around turn 2 one time, but felt like I was able to save it rather easily.
White flag next time by a stripe.
White flag here already. I wish these races were a little bit longer, but see if we can't get a pass done on this guy. Oh, we got a car off in front.
Right side. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right.
Not quite able to get anything done there. But we are going to pick up the top 5 because the 2 car made a mistake. And we're going to bring it home in position number 5, up from 8th. And first impressions, it's pretty fun. I don't think I like it better than the old car, but it's fun to have a really good handling car that you can just throw around, make a little bit of contact. Kind of reminds me again of the TCRs and the GR 86s. Obviously, this is a rear-wheel drive car, but TCR is pretty much a full contact series. So this car definitely prepares you well for the upcoming series. So if that's what iRacing was trying to do, then they definitely nailed that. And we only got a 1X, so maybe I'll go up a little bit in safety rating. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions here with the new BMW M2 G87. Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you've tried this car out, or if you're planning to try this car out, let me know, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.